Leo, beautiful, beautiful Leo. How are you guys doing? Okay. Leo. Okay, so I just want to clear the energy really quick. Okay, Leo. So I have your coffee cup right here. I'm gonna pull your tarot and oracle, and I have the messages that I saw beforehand that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Well, so you had like a snowball, and Snowball talks about like one step in faith builds and builds and builds. And this can build to impact everything. One small act builds momentum. So there's something here that you have done, you could be called to do, that is going to lead to a series of other things happening in your life very quickly. I saw arms, like holding out arms. So this could have been you. It could have been another person. It doesn't really matter, because then it's like with two people in your cup and they were holding hands. And their arms, I'm pretty sure it was pretty big in your cup, so I'm pretty sure it's still here. So, and they were carrying something together here. So this is interesting. There were snowballs then like all over your cup. So all different little things, little acts that are going to also build momentum then. And then I saw a snow globe, which represents the mind. It represents mindfulness. So like the normal mind is when the snow globe is shaken up and the snow is everywhere. And through meditation, the snow is settling. That's what it represents. It represents innocence, happy days. The globe is like wholeness. And the snow represents cleansing and purity. So these things are changing in your life. And it's very interesting because, snow represents manifestations as well, because snow is like the water cycle in general is like, for us, once you ask, it is given, but then we don't see it yet. So it's like, well, what is that about? Well, what that is about is the same thing as the water cycle. So just because we don't see snow right now doesn't mean that there is not, that cannot be here, but the conditions need to be, the temperature needs to be right. There needs to be enough moisture that is absorbed and within the clouds. And then when the temperature is right, it will snow. So it's like the answer could be yes, but the snow hasn't fallen yet. That's kind of, and it's like you have to maintain that temperature, because if the temperature changes, the snow is going to melt on the way down and become rain, and if the temperature changes too much, then, it's not going to rain at all. So and it's like your own mind needs to be settled. Needs to be settled for the snow globe, for the snow to settle. So there's something really unique that you understand about manifesting that is coming about here, okay? I gotta pause for 1 second because I need to turn on my AC. It is so hot in here now that I'm talking about snow. Okay, thank you so much. That needed to happen. So I forgot to mention the puffin. I saw the puffin. It's the last thing I saw in your cup. And this represents the, God's common grace and care for all living creatures, stepping up for yourself at this time, standing your ground against spiritual warfare. So we're going to see about this. So this is very interesting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. There's something really profound happening here. Look at that. You know how things can be preserved in snow? Okay, we'll get back to that thought. Oh, wow. Okay, so over here, there is a person and there is a person, and their arms are out and they're holding something. So there could be another person that is really going to be helpful, or there is cooperation that is coming in. You're soon going to see who is with you and who is not with you, who is going to hold this weight equally. Who cares about making something? There is something here where it's like, there's this saying of like, I don't know if it's a saying, but nobody cares about your project as much as you do. Nobody cares about your art as much as you care about your art. You know what I mean? And that's like a saying that people say or something. I don't know. But this is not for the case for here. I mean, yes, there are some people that don't care about it as much as you do. But there is a person here that cares equally as much as you do. You're going to find out who this person is. People. Already know, don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see about it. There is an alien movie where, what is this movie? Is it a good movie? I think it is. Oh. So, it's one of these aliens are killing everybody movies. Is Tom Cruise in it? Probably. So they figure out that the aliens are in the ground. And they figure this out in like a snow cave. And this is where the aliens have been like buried in the ground and waiting to emerge. This is like underground emerging. And there has been these messages of underground things emerging, being born within the earth, hiding within the earth. There's been a lot of readings that you guys have had about that, about something that has been buried that now is surfacing. And this is standing your spiritual ground. And look at in here, it's like all these little snowballs in there. So there is a lot of little acts that you have done that have led to the release of a lot of things and a lot of freedom. And this is a lot of things. This has to do with so many things. Okay. So, just in general, burying something like a seed, and then there is a time for the harvest, which is, this is saying that now it's time for this harvest to happen. There is also something about, hiding and being hidden. Oh, and here's you and a person. Here's you and a person. Wow. Okay. Okay, we're going to get to that in a second. So there is a lot of different things that you're harvesting that's going to start to happen all at once here. It kind of feels like, or it could be slowly. It doesn't have to be all at once, but it's going to be bigger than what you think. It's going to like build up momentum and end up being bigger than what you think. It's not going to be a snowball. It's going to be like a snow mountain. It's like and this is like, there's something here where when we're children, and things happen and we have an emotion and we can't express it because of a situation that we're in where we don't have a safe place, we're burying it and we're burying it and we're burying it. And when you do that, you're burying pieces of your soul, pieces of yourself. And actually the emotion, you're really kind of living it all the time. And you don't see this. because it's being released in unhealthy ways. So this is really talking about the pieces of your soul that you had to bury is all emerging, and is all your energy is being pulled back into you. There could be beings, there could be divine beings, light beings, there could be aliens that are waiting around for you to reach this point of transcendence, for all of this glory to come back to you. And this glory is actually just you loving yourself and having this genuine compassion for God's common grace and all of God's creatures, caring for God's creatures. There's something that this has to do with. So things that have been buried are now coming out here. So this is like a woman standing. This is her face. This is like a little bit of hair. And this is like an arm. And her arm, this is like a man standing. Here's his head. He doesn't have any hair. And they're holding hands. And it's like his arm is out. Her arm is out over here. It's like they're dancing. So whether you're, male, female, looking for male, female, you can be, 2 females, 2 males, doesn't matter. This is just showing. This is showing that something is really coming together here in a very beautiful way. In a very, very beautiful way. Wow. Now this is a seal. This is a seal on an iceberg. And this is a beautiful thing that this is reminding me of. So there's reminding me of when I heard that there is like somewhere in California where they use seals to do things with like the army. I don't know. They go underwater and put something somewhere, or they play little games to teach them things, and they feed the seals and they give them health screenings, and the seals, it's like it's their choice to come there or not. They're free, so they can come and go as they want. And they started this program, and it's like a very high number. 90% of them choose to come there every single day, and they work together. They love playing the games and eating and the health screenings and like the work that they do. It's their choice and they love it. There's something here about this. It's like you understand something. This could be with God's creatures, this could be with animals, or this could be a way where people have been buried and their voice has been silenced. Like animals don't have a voice, right? And it's kind of like this thing like, oh, dolphin's face looks like they're smiling, so they must be happy. But I don't think they're happy when they're so intelligent. They have their own language. They have names for each other and nicknames for each other, and keeping them in a pool, I think that's kind of messed up. They're not smiling, their face is just like that. There's something here to that, and this doesn't have to be with animals at all. There's a lot of different ways that this can translate. There is something here that you see that you're going to create change for. You have dog barking, advice from a friend. Okay, that's interesting. There are ways where we can do things where everybody benefits. It's like at this point on this planet, we have enough technology to do things in a way, and the bare minimum is not enough anymore, and there's a change. Look at the harp, great happiness. Wow. So this could be, this dog barking, great advice from a friend. It's This could be a person, a friend that actually helps you, and this turns into something more. You know, this advice from a friend, and it's, wow, a wish is granted, the wishbone. Wow. Now this is interesting now. Wow. This feels like a lot of wishes granted. A lot of wishes granted. Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a fair woman. So this could help you identify what this person is, because they could be a divine feminine person. So it could still be a man, but they have more fair complexion, or they're a person who, you know, they're more calm in their approach to life. That's not what the card means. That's just the energy that I get from the card. Cracked cups, this dissatisfaction with life. It's like the way they handle dissatisfaction is very noble, you know? Very noble. And anyone that doesn't handle dissatisfaction with life with this kind of honor, it's kind of like this energy of losing with grace. Winning and losing with the same amount of grace, either way it goes. It could be a person where you're seeing that they don't lose with grace. You know, and there could be a person here that you're seeing that you're not in competition with them, but they're in competition with you. And they're trying to make your successes be about them. Because of this wish fulfillment that you are receiving, this great happiness, it's like now there is this dissatisfaction here. So you're going to see who is here to help you carry this weight in an appropriate way and who's not. You know, and who's not. That's going to become apparent to you. And this could have to do with, it says June, so I'm pretty sure June is Gemini and Cancer. Yeah. So you have rooster, arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So this is a interesting energy now, because we also have, you know, standing your ground against spiritual warfare. So this is really talking about, you know, it's like a person you shouldn't cross, but it's really telling you to stand your ground, to not give in to this kind of energy and not allow for it. So we're going to see about this now. So this is interesting. Okay. Avatar. Well, you know, this is interesting, because there is some kind of activation that is happening here, and people are waking up with this. You know, something within them, you know, this can represent within them, within you, that something has been buried, and now it's time for this to be activated, for this to be awakened here. So you could really be seeing things. It's kind of like in the movie Avatar, or it's in the movie Pandora, right? Or is it called Avatar? Whatever. It's something. I think it's called Avatar, yeah. So, Jake is on one side, the military side, and then there's a lot of growth that happens, and now he's on the Navi side. He's on the side of the earth, right? And there is a way that he is waking up within himself, things that he buried long, long ago, pieces of himself that maybe never were awakened, and you know, having this sense of freedom of who am I going to be, you know, and him standing his ground here. So there's something about that going on here too. Okay, this is very interesting now. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Sword of the Truth. You cannot make this up. The power of the truth. Okay. Spy, psychic, healer. In that movie, Avatar, Jake is kind of spying on the Na'vi for the military crew, you know? And, you know, that changes because of the truth. He learns the truth and it changes within him. So you're going to see, you know, and then there are people that, you know, Michelle, what's her name? God, I love her so much. She's the helicopter driver in that movie, and she is from Fast and the Furious, and she is like on the military side, but she's not. You know what I'm saying? As well. So you're going to see with the power of the truth who is really on your side, who is really not on your side. And really it's just about, I don't know, this kind of feels pretty serious. Like you're on my side or you're not. You're in the truth or you're not. You know? And there is a psychic healer in that movie. You know, the mom is a psychic healer. You know, that's what she does. So this is very interesting here. And it's like, now this looks like people holding hands, coming together here and connecting with this earth here. And so there is a really beautiful connection here that is happening. And the globe represents wholeness. So it's like the whole globe. In that movie, they can connect to the whole globe of that planet Pandora, you know? So there's something here that has this potential to reach this worldwide reach. And you have ostentation. There is a show here. There is a way that you can show something, that you can have something be seen. And this energy is like playing out in different ways in your life. There are people that are putting on a show and they're liars, and you are seeing this. There are people with ulterior motives. This is going to become apparent to you. And there is this need for you to show what you have. You know, because it's kind of like this energy of, let's say your dream is to be a singer, you know, this is like in Sing, in the movie Sing, the little cartoon, and the little, you know, elephant girl, can sing so amazing, but she goes on stage and she just doesn't sing. So it's like, there's a point where it's like, okay, you have to sing though. You know, and you have to let yourself be seen. You know, if you're going to be a singer, you need to go out and you need to sing. People need to hear you sing. You need to have some sort of way that you within you is what you're going to pull out to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like there could be a friend that gives you advice on how to put yourself out there. Okay, yeah. You have optimism and harmony. This is beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. Great, great happiness. A wish is granted. Very, very beautiful. And it's very interesting because Avatar, Jake gets granted a lot of wishes that he didn't even know he was wishing for. In the beginning, he was just like, yeah, it'd be nice to walk again. You know, and it's like, oh, you have no idea. You know, the whole, this new world that's available, this new way of life where you get to like, you know, be a man and hunt and swing from trees and, you know, or be a woman and, you know, whatever that means for you. It's not, this doesn't have to be about gender, but you know, there is a harmony with the planet and the creatures of the planet. It's so important. That's what she is teaching him. the puffin, God's common, or God's caring grace, whatever I wrote here, God's common grace and care for all creatures. Care for all creatures. Like, you know, the way that you're moving is in respect to the planet and all the creatures, all the beings of this universe. Wow. So you're in so much harmony with this universe. So much harmony with this universe. You have patience here. And look at this. She looks just like this one right here. There could be a person that is patiently, and it's, look at the way this, she's holding like this scepter here, you know. It's like, this is interesting energy. Waiting, and because you have waited so long, now you want to control everything, you know. There is something here about someone has done some things right and they're trying to use that as a weapon. Well, now you owe me this. You know, it's giving me this energy of someone in a relationship where their person was cheating on them, and they stuck around and they were patient. And it's kind of like saying, well, now we're this age, so now you owe me to marry me, and now you owe me to, you know, and it's like someone who is selling themselves short, but thinking that holding on to this particular, you know, is going to get them something, and it's not. The dissatisfaction with life. Yeah, once that happens, they're going to be satisfied. They're not. They're not. And somebody maybe wants you to be that way as well. And there could be some revenge because somebody was kind of expecting you to be dissatisfied in life the way that they are. To be, you know, there's something weird about that. It's just weird energy. It's weird. You got revenge here. Yeah, there is something here about publicly your enthusiasm is going to be seen. There is a way that this is going to have a bigger reach than what you're even thinking about. And anything that you're indecisive about, holding back your story here, this is about detaching from any obligation. You know, you're here to live this life for you. And look at this love. So something is coming together here. It's time for some things to come together here for you. This is so interesting. Okay. You have the Hanged Man. Okay, seeing things from another perspective. There is a person that is, the way that you're presenting something, you could change it and it could be more beneficial. And there is a person here, there is some outside source that gives you this information. And this represents some sort of loyalty. The dog represents loyalty here. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is talking about standing your ground. Standing your ground against spiritual warfare. Your happiness, your optimism, there's people that are going to try to battle you on this. And this is about standing up for your own happiness. Stepping up for yourself. stepping up for yourself. And that's it. You know, other people's emotions are not your responsibility. Four of Wands. Harmony. Look at this. This is you and this. Somebody is coming together here. This is a wish fulfillment here. This harmony with the planet. And there is a person that is here and they care just as much as you care. Wow. Freaking wow. This is beautiful. The Lovers. Wow. You know, this is realizing that anyone else's dissatisfaction with life is their choice. And they have the divine to choose to go to. Because the Lovers is about looking at the divine. You know, in the traditional, she's looking up at the angel. Not saying, I'm going to wait until I can force this. I have enough leverage to force this. And it's because deep down they are dissatisfied. And they're very, very arrogant. And they're going to use their loudness to try to control you here. And this is something here that this person could be against your love. This new person that's coming into your life. The new changes that you have made within yourself now. For this avatar that you are here on this earth. There's something here about that. Yeah, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is really talking about yourself. And who you are now. You know, in that movie, in Avatar, Jake then becomes one with his avatar. He's changing. And there is something here about this. You're changing. And you're who you are, the body that you are, the person that you are has changed so very much. But it is so authentically you all at the same time. And there is somebody here that absolutely cannot stand this. And they cannot stand even more so that there is love here for you. So this is kind of about not really paying that any mind, because this energy is presenting as somebody who is so happy for you. You know, it's like they're kind of hiding it. It's weird. But to everyone else, I feel like they're gossiping and doing all of these things. There's different faces here. There's this, yeah, well, there's different faces down here. So somebody may show you another side of them that you're not expecting. And this could even be a person in the beginning. They say something that really helps you. They have already said some things that really helped you. There's things that they have very much so helped you from. But then it's like you progressed so much, they didn't. Now they're changing in their approach towards you. Or maybe they were this way the whole time and this is being revealed to you. You have the Eight of Pentacles. They could be jealous of your work. So... but you're dedicated to following your own intuition and the divine. That's why the angel is here. You're dedicated to enjoying your life which is your birthright. You're dedicated to your passion. You're dedicated to yourself, to standing up for yourself, stepping up for yourself, which is different really than standing up, right? Stepping up for yourself is just meaning you're going to give 100% of your energy towards what you care about for your life. And this is what your intuition is telling you to do, which is pretty freaking beautiful here. It's very beautiful here. Ten of Swords, High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So there is really a lot of clarity that is coming in. There's really things that you see 100, 100, 100%. 100% that are in your divine alignment and 100% that are not and are need to be done with now. And you're making your peace with that. And that's that. So clear decision being made. And that's the thing is, you know, Jake kind of makes his clear decision in Avatar of, yeah, I'm done with Earth. You know, what am I going to go back there for what? To go hang out at a bar on a Friday night? Who cares? You know? Oh, I'm never going to get to go to Target again and buy a candle. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so much meaning to his life now and the connection of the planet and love and being able to live his passion and, you know, connecting with people in a way that, you know, maybe he never did on Earth. So there's like worlds that you're leaving behind, but it also feels like worlds that you're connecting. And this is worlds that are real, that have substance. And what it was before was not of substance. It was an illusion of substance. It's like the real Avatar, the real fake part was when he was on Earth. You know, it eventually got to the point where it was like, that was the real world. Being on Pandora, being in the Na'vi body was real. And his life, when he woke up out of the thing, was the dream. You know, like you know, he was wanting to live the other way. You know what I'm trying to say? So there is a flipping of what has meaning, and there's people here that are like angry that you changed sides, but it's not about disloyalty. It's actually you being loyal to yourself and to the divine, what's right for you. Yeah, there's a lot of news. There's a lot of information that you're going to receive about who is on your side and who is working against you. There's going to be a lot of clarity about that. And if you already have clarity about that, you've already walked away, I feel like it goes so much deeper than you know. But here is the thing. No matter how far you go in the negative, you have just that much and 10 times more in the positive that is available for you, that is meant for you, that is your birthright. So it's like you actually have access to way more than what you know. And this is about you seeing that so you're able to, you know, birth that, harvest that from out of the earth into this now. Wow, what a freaking magical reading. Okay, Leo, this is what I have for you. What a beautiful reading. Now I want to watch Avatar again. Okay, so thanks you guys so much. I hope that this resonated for you. Okay, please like and subscribe. I love you so much. Also, I have a book. It's called One White Rose, and it's fiction. It's about 4 different girls, women that live in different times, places on the earth, in the universe, and it's about how each one of them is realizing that they were allowing themselves to be abused mentally, physically, emotionally, or sexually in a way that, you know, didn't allow them to birth something new into their life. They just kept escaping one prison to go to another, you know, and it's really about connecting to the divine feminine energy that is available to all of us. And even if you are completely alone, you are not alone. All you need is yourself, and the divine is always with you, helping you to heal yourself so you can birth a new life, one that is of beauty, one that is of love, one that is that you are deserving of. And yeah, okay, so thank you so much.